Hey there, Harry. How have you been? It's been a while since you and I last talked, hasn't it? I mean, really, just how many years has it actually been? I really don't remember when the last time that I sent you a message was. Anyways, I just wanted to ask about how you were doing these days.
Hey, Toby. If you really want to know about how long it's been since you and I have last spoken, I think it has been about 3 years since we last sent each other a message. Anyways, what do you want? Why are you messaging me right now? I'm really busy, so let's make this quick, okay?
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I just barely even sent you a message and you're already going to start acting all pissy? I really can't believe you. But then again, I guess you did always have that weird sense of pride about yourself, didn't you? Even though I really don't think you have anything to be all that proud of in the first place. And let me guess, what you're busy with is still slaving away on the assembly line at that lame factory job that you have? Isn't that right?
Look, we're in our really busy season right now, and that's why I'm really busy right now, okay? We have a lot of orders coming in from our clients, and the factory is basically operating at maximum capacity right now, so I really don't have time for this. If you have something to say to me, why don't you just spit it out already so that we can get this over with?
Jeez, you really can be a jerk sometimes, do you know that? I was only making a little joke is all, but I guess you can't even take one of those these days, can you? Wait a second. Don't tell me that you're actually still mad at me for what I did after all this time. Man, you're really such a petty little baby sometimes, do you know that? Glad to see that you haven't changed one bit in 3 years, Harry. Okay, you listen to me, you little nobody. You have got some serious nerve trying to ignore me like this. I mean, do you know how to talk to your superiors? You really must think highly of yourself if you think what you're doing right now is okay. But you're nothing compared to me. Now you are going to answer my messages right now. I mean it.
Oh my gosh, can you just hurry up and tell me what it is that you want to talk to me about? Because if you're just going to keep dancing around the point, then I don't see the point in keeping up this conversation with you. And do you seriously think that you're better than me? I really have no idea where you got that idea, but you're being delusional.
Oh, really? You really think I'm wrong about being better than you? If that were true, then why is it that I was able to snag myself a fiancé with a really high position in his company? I'm never going to have to work another day in my life. So what do you think of that, huh? Oh, wait. I don't even care. I don't even care what you think. I'm the winner and you're the loser. And this is just further proof that it's always been that way. I mean, after all, anyone can tell that I'm clearly the better looking one out of the two of us. And I've always just been gorgeous anyways. So of course it would only make sense that I would finally found my rich Prince Charming.
Is that what all of this is about? You just wanted to tell me that you were getting married? Well, great. Good for you. Congrats on that. Are we done here yet?
You really are just pathetic, do you know that? Even though we're texting, I can tell how much pain you're in after getting that message. You are so jealous of me and the amazing life that I'm going to have with my rich husband.
I actually really don't care at all about what you do with your life. We're not together anymore anyways. Is this really why you messaged me like this? You just wanted to brag about this to me? I knew I shouldn't have bothered responding.
You're only half right about that. I did want to brag about the amazing life that's in store for me. But I also wanted to let you know that my wedding is going to be on the 7th of next month.
Okay then. Why do you think I care about any of that after all that I've just said here?
Hello? Lucky number 7, don't you get it? It's going to be a really amazing day for me. And that's why you have to make sure that you come to my wedding and be there to see me get married.
Are you serious right now? You're seriously inviting me out to your wedding like this?
You really are dumber than you look, you know that? I'm doing you a favor here, don't you get that? I'm inviting you to an amazing wedding, the likes of which a lowlife like you would never get to see in your life. I knew I made the right choice when I decided to leave your broke self on the curb and find someone who can make sure that I'll live the life that I deserve. So why don't you swallow that stupid pride of yours and come to see me get married to my rich CFO fiancé?
You know, I think I'll go. Let's do this thing. If that's what you want, I'll be there.
Wait, you're really serious? Oh man, this is going to be so good. I seriously cannot wait.
Well, it seems to me like I don't really have a choice in the matter at all. Hey there, Juan. Do you have a second to talk to me real quick?
Oh, hey there, Harry. Yeah, I can talk right now. Oh, what's on your mind? Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything is fine with me. Thanks for asking. I just wanted to double check because I heard that you were going to get married soon. I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind telling me who the lucky person you're going to marry is. It wouldn't happen to be someone named Toby, would it?
Actually, yes. Man, you really do have a good memory. Oh, wait a second. Did I ever tell you who it was that I was going to be marrying? I can't recall.
Well, either way, it's actually Toby who I kind of wanted to talk to you about right now. I just happen to know a Toby as well, and he's also getting married on the same day that you are. So I think we might be thinking of the same Toby, actually.
Wait, really? Are you serious? You know that? Now that I think about it, I saw your name on both mine and my fiance's list of the people who we're going to invite to our wedding. What a happy little coincidence.
Well, it certainly is some kind of coincidence. That much I can agree with you on.
But since you've been invited by both of us, that means we've got to arrange to get you a special seat at the wedding now. I mean, it's pretty rare for someone to be invited by both sides of a wedding, don't you think? Seriously, what are the odds?
I'm really glad you're so excited that I'm going to be there for the wedding and all. But if I can be honest, I really would rather just sit on your side of the aisle. And if possible, I really would like to downplay as much as possible the fact that Toby and I know each other. See, I don't know if you knew this, but him and I used to go out with each other for a while.
Hold on a second. You're telling me that my fiancé is your ex-boyfriend? Are you serious?
I'm afraid that's how it seems. I was really surprised myself when I put it together.
Wow, well, what are the odds of that happening? That really is pretty crazy when you think about it.
Well, can I ask you a question? And please don't take this the wrong way, but you do love Toby, right? I mean, this isn't just like a marriage of convenience or something, right?
Yeah, of course I love Toby. I mean, we are getting married after all. I knew him because he was working as my secretary for my office. He's helped me through so much. So I guess the love just kind of came naturally.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then I won't press you about him any further. Certainly isn't my business anyways. But I just want you to know that, well, I'm just a little worried about Toby, and I hope you don't mind if I do some investigating. Just to put my own mind at ease. If you really would rather I just keep out, then I promise that I don't do anything you would consider going too far.
No, of course you can do whatever you like. I think you have great intuition and you've never let me down before, so of course I'm not going to tell you not to follow your gut. Besides, I understand why us getting married might make you a little uneasy. I know you're just trying to look out for everyone though, and I appreciate it. But I just want you to know that I know in my heart that Toby isn't the person you might think he is. I just know it. Oh man, that was the best wedding ever. It really was a masterpiece. No other way to say it at all. And I can't even remember the last time that I laughed that hard. I mean, really, to see some lowly little factory worker like you talking to my amazing CFO husband was just something else. And then, you even went to go and talk to his dad, too. Oh man, it was like watching a car crash in slow motion. My stomach was hurting because I was laughing so much. But anyways, now that I've shown you just a taste of how amazing my new life is going to be, I never ever want you to talk to me or my husband ever again, got it?
You really have some nerve reaching out to talk to me after what you did. Do know that. Just who do you think you are?
After what I did? I'm sure that I have absolutely no idea at all what you possibly could be talking about.
I mean that I went to your wedding, was ready to be there to help the two of you celebrate. But then you had to get in my face and tell me that I wasn't worthy of talking to your husband. And on top of all of that, you had the nerve to throw your glass of wine all over my suit. What is the matter with you?
Are you really surprised that I did any of that? Do you really not think that you had that coming at all?
But that wasn't even all that you did. Then you shouted out loud to everyone that I wasn't even invited to the wedding, and you called me your crazy stalker. So I had no choice but to run out of there before people thought I was a dangerous person. Why in the world would you do this to me?
Because it was the funniest thing that I had ever seen done to anyone in my entire life, of course.
Are you serious right now? What is the matter with you? How could you think that's okay to do to someone?
Okay, now you're really starting to get on my nerves. You know that? I was kind enough to invite you to my amazing wedding, but that doesn't mean that you were on equal footing with all the other guests. I just had to make sure that you knew your place in all of this, and that's why I did what I did to you. If you didn't think that's going to happen, then that really shows just how clueless you are about how the real world works.
I was really hoping that you might have changed after all these years, even just slightly. But now I realize that you haven't changed at all.
Of course not. And would I even want to change when I'm already perfect just the way that I am, huh?
Whatever. I should have known better than to expect anything good out of you. Besides, I know you're just into Juan for his money.
Well, no, duh. Do you really think you're a genius for figuring that one out? But who wouldn't be? Besides, Juan is just too sweet to ever tell me no. All I have to do is ask and he gives me all the money I want for whatever I need. That's why I'll never ever have to work another day in my life.
But you do realize that it's only going to be a matter of time before he figures that out. And then your entire marriage is going to fall apart, right?
You have no idea how much of a pathetic little sore loser you sound like trying to scare me like that. The fact of the matter is that I know how to play my husband like a fiddle and he'll never turn me down. This is all your fault. How could you do this to me? I was just fired as Juan's secretary. What did you tell him to ruin this for me?
I'm sorry, I thought that you didn't want me to talk to you ever again. Isn't that what you said? And either way, all I did was make sure that you got exactly what was coming to you. So if you're looking for someone to blame, start with yourself. After all, you were the one that showed all the guests at the wedding just the kind of person that you really are. Did you think that you were going to get away with that?
But, I mean, this doesn't make any sense. Even my father-in-law was stepping in to defend you. Why in the world would he even know who you are? He came up to me after I chased you out of the wedding and was shouting at me and asking me how I could do that to someone like you. It didn't make any sense at all. Why in the world would someone like Juan's dad even care about a little nobody like you, huh?
You'd think that for the secretary of the CFO of your company, that would know just a bit more about who the company deals with.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? What does someone like you even know about running a huge business like this? You don't know anything.
Are you sure about that? Because you might want to go and see who your company has contracted out for the manufacturing. Spoiler alert, it's my company.
Wait, what do you mean by that? I don't get it.
I mean that your and Juan's company relies on using my company to be able to manufacture its goods at a profit. Without our working relationship, your company wouldn't exist. It would run into the red so quickly with us.
But I still don't get it. Why would anyone want to stick up for you when you're nothing but another worker on the assembly line? It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
I guess you really don't know all these things at all, do you? The fact of the matter is that my company has sites all over the country. So while you've been putting me down as some little nobody, you've really been talking about a huge national chain that operates just about everywhere you could think of. In fact, we're quite famous for just how many impressive clients we've worked with in the past. Your company is one of our biggest.
This can't be right. You're lying to me. I don't know how, but you've tricked everyone. This can't be happening at all.
I don't really care whether or not you believe what I'm trying to tell you. Because at the end of the day, it isn't going to change the facts on the ground, you know. But then again, you never were really one for thinking about anyone or anything else besides yourself. I remember when you and I were dating, you were always asking me for money. You would always insist on eating out at the finest restaurants. You would always demand that I buy you the most expensive brands of clothing and handbags. And worst of all, you never said thank you, and you always acted like you were entitled to it. But you really were missing the biggest detail of all that was right in your face the entire time. How in the world could I have managed to treat you to all of that if I really had the low-paying job that you think I had?
Oh, just shut up already. I don't have to take this from you. I know that you probably just got all your money from some kind of back alley dealings that you did at work.
No. I'm afraid that you are dead wrong about that. All the money that I spend on you was money that I had earned from my job. But you really should be glad. After all, you didn't get fired, really. You just got a demotion is all, and now you're just another person in the office.
How can you talk to me about that as if it's a good thing, huh? You don't seem to understand the gravity of the situation. I got demoted and I'm being told that I'll have to transfer to a new office. Out in the countryside!
Oh, I see. Well, at least you're still going to have a job after all of this. You should at least be grateful for that, right?
Oh, I'm more than grateful, actually. I'm so grateful because now I'm just going to quit so that I can go and be a full-time housewife for my rich husband. You think you took me down with the little stunt that you made me do at the wedding. But all you've done is given me the push I need to start my new life.
Are you really sure that that's how things are going to go for you?
You have no idea what you're talking about. You're nothing but a little loser, and I'm still the big winner here.
I guess we'll just have to see about that then, won't we?
I don't know how, but I know that this is all your fault. How could you do this to someone else? What's the matter with you? Juan just told me he wants a divorce. What did you tell him? What lie did you put in his head to make him do this?
I didn't lie to him about anything at all. All I did was show him the proof that I had gathered about you cheating on him. And why shouldn't I have done that? The poor man was in love with you and you betrayed him. I had to do something.
But I was trying to hide it. Why would you go and tell him all of that when it was obvious that I was trying to hide it? And just what in the world were you thinking, hiring a PI to follow me around and find all of that stuff on me anyways, huh? Don't you realize that you've ruined me?
I really don't think that I've ruined you at all. You've done that yourself. All I've done is try and protect my friend.
What in the world are you talking about this time?
I mean that I wasn't about to let you try and drag Juan and his whole family down with him through your selfishness. That's why I sent him all of those photos. Of course, it was hard for me to do, and I hated hurting him like that, but he had a right to know.
But wait a second. This still isn't adding up at all. Are you telling me that you know my husband?
Of course I know your husband. Juan and I are really good friends. After all, the whole reason your company managed to work with mine is because of Juan. Our parents even know each other and used to hang out all the time. We all know each other and have spent plenty of time at each other's houses. Not only that, but now we're both in line to take over both of the companies that we work out of.
Well, hold on a second. What do you mean you're doing that to take over the company that you work for? That can't be right. And I don't care how you know my husband. It's clear that you're just trying to get close to him so that you can try and take advantage of all his money. You've been trying to act like you're so much better than me, but really, we're just the same.
You really don't know at all about where you work, do you? What is it like to be that ignorant?
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? How dare you talk to me like that?
Look, the fact of the matter is my company is much larger than Juan's. I'm not bragging, it's just a fact. In fact, he was the one who came to me to ask for help when it was clear that his company was going to go under. He approached me and said that his overhead was way too high and that no matter what, he couldn't bring it down. So I sat him down with my team here, and we worked hard to figure out a deal that would benefit the both of us. And ever since we did, Juan's company has been back on track and growing steadily every single year. I'm honestly really proud of him. Obviously, my company had some hand in the success, but it really was mostly Juan's doing.
But this doesn't... You still haven't explained what any of this has to do with why you ruined my marriage.
Well, that one should just be obvious when you think about it. After all, I know exactly how you work and have experience dealing with you. You demanded that I buy everything in the world that you wanted from me, and then you went and stabbed me in the back. You were cheating on me the whole time that we were together, and that's why I thought that you might have been doing the same to poor Juan.
Well, of course I cheated on you. I hated being with you, and this is exactly why. You always ruin everything.
You say that, and yet that doesn't explain why I was able to find all that proof of you cheating on Juan. And you and him weren't just dating, you married him. I felt so horrible having to break the news to him. He really was so happy to be with you. So I started to look into you just a bit, and it wasn't long at all before the proof of you cheating came into light. I thought that you might have been doing just that to my friend. That's why I had to step in, so that I could try and protect him.
But, I mean, you were just an assembly line worker. This isn't the same. I had a good reason to break up with you.
Again, you keep saying that over and over again. But you're not explaining to me why it is that you chose to cheat on Juan, that You need to answer for your crimes, and I'm not going to let you get away with doing what you did to me with my best friend. You betrayed him, and I'm not going to let you get away with it. You're getting exactly what you deserve.
How dare you talk to me like that, you little nobody? I don't care what you say. I know that you're nothing but a little worker with no real power. And do you really think that you're going to turn my own husband against me? He married me. He loves me. He's never ever going to end things with me. Juan, are you there? Please, you can't believe a word that Harry's told you. He's nothing but a filthy little liar. He's always had it out for me, and he's willing to lie about whatever he needs to get his way. All those photos and texts and videos he sent you are all fake. They're all just AI generated. They're photoshopped. Harry is insane. You can't listen to a word he says about anything ever. You can trust me, though. I'm your husband. I'm on your side. Please, you have to know that you can trust me no matter what happens, okay? You can't be serious about this, right? I mean, please tell me that you're joking. No, I'm being serious. Harry really is crazy and he always has been. You can't trust a word that he says. It's all a lie. It's just a sick plot of his to try and get revenge on me. Toby, I'm never going to listen to another word that you have to say to me. I loved you, but I don't think that you ever loved me. I'm telling you that it's all fake. You can't trust anything from Harry. He has no idea what he's talking about at all. It's over. Just stop this. It's already double-checked all of the evidence that he gave me, and I know that it's real. But honestly, I'm just shocked at you. How could you do this to me? He even showed me the messages that you were sending him. How you were talking bad behind my back. How you were trying to make a fool out of me this whole time. And that's why I'll never, ever, ever be able to trust a single thing you say to me. Ever again as long as I live. I want a divorce. Don't say that. You don't really mean that. You don't really mean that, right? You're not really going to leave me. Please. You know that I've always been by your side. Are you really going to take the word of some lowlife over me? Yes, you and I have been through a lot. And it's true that you have been a huge help to me at work. But the fact of the matter is I owe this whole company to the help that Harry's given me. He put not only himself but his job and even his company on the line to help me. And I can't just forget about that. He was always thinking about me and always working with everyone's best intentions in mind. He saved my business, and now he's saving my personal life too. So if you think that I owe a lousy cheater like you anything, then you're dead wrong. You're nothing to me now, and I want this marriage to be over already. But I'm your husband. You have to believe me, please. Everything I've ever done has always been for you, I swear. Please, you can't do this to me. We were supposed to be together forever. But you never even wanted me. You were always only ever interested in my money, and now I see that. That's what I know, that I owe you nothing now. Harry told me all about how this is a pattern for you, how you sink your claws into rich men just to drain them of everything. And meanwhile, you run around with other men, spending my money on all your fancy dates where you were cheating on me. Well, I am not going to be made a fool of anymore. You and I are over, and that's that. We're through. Now we can do this the easy or the hard way. But just know that either way, you're going to pay.
In the end, Toby was sued for his affairs behind his husband's back, as well as for all of Juan's money that had been spent funding for those illicit dates. Toby was charged with so much money that he had to go into serious debt. So much so that I don't think he'll ever be free from it as long as he lives. Not only that, but it only took a couple of days before the whole office realized just the kind of person that Toby really was. Ironically, being transferred out of the office in the country was a good thing for Toby because it meant that he could escape all those hateful stares and glares that he began to get. Last I heard, he was living in a tiny, cramped apartment and was barely taking any money home after paying down his interest from all of his debt. A few months later, I was voted by the board of my company to lead it as CEO. I really have no idea why Toby thought I was still on the factory line. I told him that's where I started, but it had been years since I'd worked that job. As for Juan, I felt so bad for him. He was depressed for quite some time after all that had happened between the three of us. I was always reaching out to him and making sure he was okay. We would grab drinks after work or talk on the phone about how we felt about all of this. But now it really does seem like he's getting over that terrible Toby. Meanwhile, Juan and I are working on more joint projects for our companies to undertake now that Juan's company is back on track. I suppose being betrayed by the same man has brought us even closer together. We have a dinner meeting arranged this week to talk about business, but for some reason my stomach is full of butterflies and I'm stressing so much over what to wear.